Hello YouTube, it's Catherine here, and this is it's week 3 of Carnivore, and it is week 5 since changing my diet. So, weight is 196.8 today. Yep. And that brings me down to a total weight loss this year of 3.4 pounds. So definitely slow going, but we're working on it. I'm no longer eating dairy or eggs, so I'm just eating meat. I am just eating all meat. I'm trying to start adding in a little bit of organ meats and things like that. Mostly liver, because I have not had these things in my life, so they're not like very super familiar, but I'm working on it. The things that have come up this week, I am definitely still having issues with my electrolytes, and I am definitely still having issues with digestion. So I started taking these this week. It's been only a couple days, I guess Sunday. So it says breakdown of fats. It's an enzyme. There's ox bile, pancreatin, and papin, and bromelain in there. I don't know, somebody suggested it, so I thought I would give that a go. So I'm having one of those tablets with every meal that I eat. I'm pretty much eating 2 meals a day right now, which is working out fine. I could probably do 1, to be honest. Like, I'm not starving or anything when I eat, but sometimes when I start eating, it's like, okay, I'm ready to eat. But prior to that, like, the hunger cues are just all over the place. So very interesting. It's very different. I still am having, well, I'm not really sure. So I've had diarrhea this entire time since I started. On Sunday, I had a very odd pain in my lower abdominal. I actually thought it was my pancreas, my appendix. Like, it woke me up out of a dead sleep. I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, it was very painful and very sharp pain. It lasted the entire day into the next day. But it wasn't really getting worse. And like, I don't know. I was definitely unsure of what it was going to do or what was happening. I still don't really know what was happening. So by that point, I had not had a bowel movement so that was the 5th day. I did end up having one, and it was kind of a mixture. So now that I've started the enzymes, I'm hoping that going forward, I don't really care about the time between bowel movements. I could care less. If I'm not uncomfortable or in pain or, feel like I'm constipated, I don't really care how often I go. I know some people they have to go once a day, and it's wrong if they don't. I don't feel that way. So, and I understand that going carnivore, not having the fiber, not having the bulk of food, and using all the nutrients from your food, you are not going to be getting rid of as much, right? I get it. So that part hasn't really bothered me, but I don't want to have diarrhea every single time I do go. And I don't want the pain that was associated with that. So I will see how this goes. Hopefully these digestive enzymes are going to help. I've also started no salt for my potassium. I'm still not able to take oral magnesium, so I am using these drops, which I showed you last week. And then I am spraying magnesium on my calves. I'm having about 2 or 3 teaspoons of Sole water a day, and trying to get ahead of this. It's like brain fog, and it's odd because I know it's my electrolytes, and I know it's my electrolytes because I don't necessarily wake up that way, and I don't necessarily go to bed that way, but throughout the day, there's like these highs and lows of like this weird sensation in my head and weird brain fogginess, like your eyes kind of get weird. I don't know. It's just odd, like kind of an odd sensation in the body. It kind of feels similar to anxiety in a way, but like I know that if I have some salt, it's gonna go away. So I've been trying to do that. I carry salt with me everywhere, and like there's sometimes where I'm like sticking my finger in there and just licking it off. Like I just need the salt. So, and I'm heavily salting my food. I got the Redmond's real salt, which everybody recommends. I have pink salt as well. Just kind of playing with that. Otherwise, I'm fine. My skin is doing really well. Like it's really been, I don't know, just kind of evening out a little bit, and I'm not having pimples, and yeah, like obviously I still have blemishes and marks and whatever, but overall it's been really good. This is the middle of winter where I am. Like we just ended a -40 stint, so Celsius, so it's cold. I guess -40 Fahrenheit and -40 Celsius are the same temperature, but yeah, it's winter here, so I don't expect great things from my skin. You know, you need to get out in the sun and the air and all that for all of that stuff. So that's really my update. I have nothing else happening. I'm not, you know, I don't have any other ill or negative effects. You know, I'm a little tired, that kind of stuff, but you know, my body's going through some crazy transformation here. So I'm just kind of trying to let it go and trying to just stick with it. Stick with the day-to-day, try to keep my mood up, try to be, you know, engaged and all that stuff in spite of how I'm feeling. So that's where I'm at. Hopefully the weight starts going down a little bit quicker, or like consistently. I seem to be fluctuating quite a bit. Oh, I'll show you just in case you want to see how my weight fluctuates in a month. So this was the month of January. Can you see them all? So, oh, these are probably backwards to you. I'll take a picture and add them at the end. Yeah, I write down my weight every day. I personally don't feel negative effects from weighing every day. I personally see it as a guide, because sometimes you're gonna miss. If I didn't weigh every day, I would miss the days that I do lose, because I fluctuate that much. And like, I always weigh in the morning, I always weigh nude. It's pretty much the same time when I weigh, and it still fluctuates. And I've been trying to pinpoint this. Some people say pork can do it. Usually like pork, things that aren't high fat ratio. So like pork roast, pork loin, pork chops, that kind of thing. I haven't been eating a ton of pork, but definitely keeping that on my radar to see if it makes me fluctuate. I don't know, like maybe I need more fat, maybe I need less fat, who knows? And I'm terrible at that because it's so hard to just see it all, but I'm going to keep trying, and that is the point. And as long as my anxiety stays under control and I can still function in the world, I can deal with a little extra anxiety. But I'm really waiting for this, what do they call it? Carnivore Zen? I believe that's what the carnivore world calls it. There's like a period of time. I have been noticing though, I think, it's so hard on yourself, but I do think I'm starting to see some changes in my body composition. So maybe I will do some body shots this month, and then we have something to compare things to. But I don't do measurements. I just don't think it's very accurate. I know people swear by it, but it's just not my thing. Like, you can hold that measuring tape tight, loose. I don't know. Every time I've ever done it, I felt like it was very subject to however you were holding it. And so I never really enjoyed that. Anyway, I don't want to keep you guys too long. It's just a little update, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. If you have anything that you would like me to talk about, or you want to see, or anything, let me know in the comments below. Thanks, and have a great day.